I'm getting ready to drive, so I wanted to show you this outfit that I'm wearing. I got this shirt from Lovesick, and it is so soft. This is like the second or third shirt that I've ordered from Lovesick, and they are so soft. And I'm wearing a Lularoe skirt. I love this pattern, and I had no idea that this shirt was gonna go perfect with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start filming now. I will set you right there. So anyways, I just kind of wanted to touch base with you guys. I have some news that I'm not really happy to share with you. My cat, my kitten, passed away 2 days ago, and it was really hard on me. She had been sick for about a week. She had some large lumps on her abdomen, and also in her chest area. She was a very tiny cat. That's why I called her Kitten. Her real name was Charlie. But she was a tortoise cat, a tortie, I guess is what you call her. I'm not a big cat person. She's actually only the second cat that I've ever had in my life, and actually first, but now I have another cat through my partner, Colleen, so I didn't grow up with cats or anything like that, but I actually ended up obtaining Kitten through my very first girlfriend, and she's been with me for this 10 years, and unfortunately that 10-year journey with her as my friend has ended. So she had these tumors, and I didn't have a vet for her because I just moved here to this area where my girlfriend lives, where my fiance lives, and so I was kind of panicking, but I started Googling about it, and I was pretty certain that I was correct, that it was mammary tumors. So I found a vet, and I got an appointment for the very next day. But in the meantime, within the time period that I found the tumors upon picking her up. Honey, why did you just run towards the car? Okay. You scared the heck out of me. I was like, is she suicidal? It was like, I would have thought you would have gone the opposite direction and you went there. You know what that is? It's dangerous walking and eating. You gotta be careful of those Cheetos. You stay off the Cheetos. Yeah, so that just happened. I was driving through my neighborhood, and a teenager was in front of my car. And instead of going this way, instead of zigging, she zagged, or vice versa. She like pulled out not pulled out, but she jumped right in front of my car. Thankfully, I was paying attention, and you saw what happened then. So back to the important story, which is my kitty. Kitten passed away, so I took her to a very nice vet, and the vet confirmed with me that it was mammary tumors, and that there was organ involvement by the way that the tumor felt and how it felt as far as being attached to her organs. Other than that, she was in good health. So she was still eating snacks, and still eating food, and still drinking water, and still walking around. So basically I was given a choice, and that choice was to either take her home and you know, watch her die over the next few weeks, or to euthanize her. And I chose to euthanize her because she was my pet, and it was my decision, and I wanted her to not feel pain. I just strongly feel that animals, even though they are like our human beings, They are like us, and we have them in our hearts as if they're family members. They're not really human beings, and they can't do things to deal with their pain, and they don't really understand what's going on. And I just didn't want her to suffer in that way. So I made the choice to be there with her and say goodbye to her. So the vet's office, I guess I'll tell you all this, and in case you ever have a friend that's going through it, or if you ever have to go through it. Hopefully you don't. But so when she gave me my options, I said that I was choosing to euthanize her, and I asked if they were able to do it in the office, and I asked if I was able to be with her when she passed, and they said absolutely, of course, you can stay right here in this room. And they told me exactly what would happen, and they told me as much as I needed to know in that moment. And they also, which I thought that this was a really good thing, they went through the process of telling me what my cost was going to be and taking care of it right there, so that I didn't have to go back and go to the front counter and pay, so that I could just take care of it right there. Which I did, and then so that when the process was over, I would be able to just simply leave instead of, crying in a waiting room in front of people, which in hindsight was, that's a very good idea. So, so the way that the process worked is that whenever you were ready, they give the animal sedation, and I held her with a towel around her during the sedation, and they told me that what to expect whenever after the sedation. So they give them the sedation, and then what they do is they give the actual product which euthanizes them, which is actually just a overdose of anesthetic, and because that could cause them pain, they give them the sedation so that they don't feel anything. I then, after she was very sleepy, I took the blanket off of her whenever they put the tourniquet on her little paw to euthanize her, and I took the blanket off of her, and they said, well, you might not want to do that because she might pee or poop, and I said, I don't care. I want her to feel my arms around her whenever she passes away. So I held her tightly in my arms, and she passed away in my arms. She stopped breathing, and they asked if I wanted to continue to hold her, and I was sobbing at that point, and I asked if they could please take her, because I felt that she was already gone. Her spirit was already gone, and I really couldn't handle continuing to hold her after she had passed. And then they, I was in the room still sobbing, and they came in, and they actually hugged me, which was very sweet. And they brought her in, they wrapped her in this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cloth. They gave me my options, and I decided that I wanted to bury her at home, because I believe in, what goes in the earth comes from the earth, and that's just my line of thinking, and it was my desire to just go ahead and bury her on our property. They wrapped her in a beautiful, beautiful, sheet material, and they put ribbons at the top, and they were made of cloth, and like this muslin material, and they marked with a picture of a cat head where her head was and where her heart was, so that I could bury her in the appropriate way. It was just a very lovely way that they did it. And then Colleen and I buried her in a really beautiful place in our yard where there's lots of sunlight, which was her favorite thing, and also a tree for shade. And it's in a place where nothing can disturb it, and we made sure that her gravesite was very secure so that no one could disturb it or get into it. And I'm planning, we have a little bench right near it already that's made of marble, but I'm planning on putting some plants near it. So yeah, so it's been a lot, but I wanted to share that with you guys, and just kind of let you know what's been going on with me. So yeah, I mean, it definitely wasn't a super pleasant experience, but I think that my vet's office did a really good job in handling it, and they actually sent me a sympathy card, which I received today, which I thought was just so sweet. And it was a beautifully written card, and I really appreciate how kind they were. And I've already decided that I'm going to donate some things to them. I noticed that they were looking for blankets and sheets, so going forward, whenever I'm cleaning out my linens, I'm going to go ahead and bring those to them, and anything else that they ever need. So I love you, Kitten. You'll always be in my heart, and any of you that saw Kitten here on YouTube know how beautiful she was. But I'm going to go ahead and insert some pictures here, so that maybe if you guys want to, you could say some prayers for Kitten as she goes to heaven. I love you guys. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this. Goodbye. I'll talk to you later. Kitten. Kitten, you going to sleep? Are you going to sleep? Yeah? Oh, you're such a good girl. Yes, you are. You are such a good girl.